Two men run to catch a cleaning staff van. One of the men has his shoelaces untied, so he pauses to tie them. The man who is already seated inside sees the other man's CV. He stretches his leg out to block the doorway, preventing the other man from entering. Just then, a female doctor arrives, and the seated man begins talking to her to distract her. While doing so, he secretly replaces the photo on the CV with his own. He then slams the van door shut and drives off, leaving the other man behind. He tells the doctor to take a taxi instead. She hails one and leaves. The man who was left behind reaches the clinic on his own. He bumps into a nurse who happens to be an old acquaintance. The deceiver, who arrived earlier, tells the nurse, "I have become a doctor, and I am here for a job." The second young man, the real doctor, arrives and signals to the nurse. However, the nurse stops him and says, "There is no doctor's position available here. Pick up this trash, throw it out, and leave." At that moment, the female doctor arrives and asks where he is going. The nurse dismissively replies that he is just a random visitor. The doctor takes the imposter inside her cabin, hands him a patient's X-ray, and says, "Research this case. We need to present it to the head surgeon." The real doctor, needing work, begins working as a cleaner at the clinic. While cleaning, he overhears the imposter talking on the phone, admitting to someone, "I am not actually a doctor, and the project I've been given is too difficult." The cleaner warns him, "Don't do this. It is a danger to humanity." But the imposter ignores him. Later, while the young man is cleaning, the female doctor approaches him. She remarks, "No work is too small or big," helps him clean for a moment, and then sits down. As she leaves, the young man notices a file regarding the very subject he had studied in university. The imposter returns and scolds him, "Why are you touching that file?" The nurse also arrives and tells him not to interfere in other people's work. The young man insists, "I have studied this specific subject." The young man takes a paper he had been working on and walks away. The female doctor then announces that the head surgeon has arrived for the briefing. The head surgeon sits down, and she introduces the imposter. The imposter tries to explain the case, but the surgeon cannot understand his confusing explanation. Suddenly, the cleaner enters, pulls out his own paper,